know what I mean?
Yeah.
Alright, what's up? What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody and everybody?
I swear that's not that is not what we rehearsed. So what even if I did want to say?
It do start. It starts like that. You don't come in until say it's teasing.
First of all, I don't think it's all. Second of all, don't put me as a backup. That's why I'll never be in a group. Third of all, like,
Can I sing? What's up? I just wanna sing. Can I sing for the people?
yeah, I guess.
Alright.
They don't got nothing else to do with their life. So, yeah. What? No.
Alright. You ready? You gonna sing? He about to.
I am not Bobby Brown or Chris Brown. Oh yeah, I got you last night. Did you know? Yeah. Come sing. Bye. 1, 2, 3, go. Woo. You missing.
No. Listen, I'm the headline. Teasing.
What is it?
You get on topic.
You coming up with random names? Just saying.
What's up? Nah, I can't sing. No. Alright, whatever. Y'all ready for it? We ready?
How did you even pick me for the serious topic?
Oh my God, can you come on? What's up, y'all? What's up, everybody and everybody? Hey, come on now, let's go. Let's sit on the couch with Tezzie. Let's go. You guys are here. You guys are here with me. Me, your host.
Obviously, they tuned in for a reason. So why you telling them to come on like they didn't go somewhere else?
They gotta go sit on their couch.
They already on their couch. They're lazy. Like you
What's up, friends? Y'all ready for this theme song? Y'all ready? You ready to sing it?
I'm not saying it.
Why can't you
I'll be
sing?
your hype man, though. I got you, though.
Terrible.
I'll be like Migos, like birds. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Got you.
Don't say no daggone word.
It's still records, though.
Anyways, it's Tezzie on the couch. Woo! It's Tezzie on the couch. What's up, everybody? Yes, we are back with another episode. I got here today. I have my little brother.
I'm bigger than you. Shut that up.
Boy, put your checks in. My little brother, he's here with me. You want to tell them what your name is? His name is, do you want me to say it full?
You don't know my fool, because I just changed my last name. Ha! My name is Drayvon Kingman. Also, follow me on Instagram, Dre King.
Boy, not yet.
61 followers, just saying. And I'm about to make a YouTube, guys. You got to follow me. Also, follow Tezzie.
Boy, why that sound so dry? Don't act like you ain't want to say it.
But Tezzie?
Yeah.
I didn't even spell Tezzie.
Anyways, we're not going to go there with you playing dumb. You follow me on social media. You know it.
Or do
But-
you follow me? And
Oh, see, this is how you
public?
get blocked. This is how you get blocked. Alright, for real, we got this serious topic called abuse, but before we get into that topic, make sure you guys subscribe. Hit that red button to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Subscribe to the YouTube
You have a
channel.
really small ass.
Who asked you to be critiquing me?
Just saying.
Talk about my hands. He said my jacket was ugly. Is my boots cute? Y'all
Got
look at
these
me.
Halloweens, no place like home.
Look, I click 'em.
But too bad, you don't have a home. Sad moment. Should be like.
Anyways,
Let's talk
guys,
about
abuse, but wait.
Rihanna.
Make sure you guys like, share, and comment. Also, I just got hip to the community tab on YouTube, on my YouTube page. Make sure you guys check that out. It will be new posts of what we got coming up on the show and even to this channel. But now we gotta get into this topic of abuse.
Boom!
What was that?
Yeah.
Alrighty, so you know, you guys, I love you guys so much. Oh, goddamn. just get some water in here. Yes. You want to talk to them while we drink?
While you drink, because we don't drink the stuff I drink. Anyway.
You drink powder.
So, let me tell y'all a really quick story.
No. Is it about abuse?
Yeah, it's about my emotional abuse.
Okay, well, you gotta wait to the emotional part because we gotta get on a definition of the abuse. So everybody know what the abuse is.
Rihanna and Chris Brown.
You gonna say Rihanna and Chris Brown? Lord, you gonna keep using these people.
Hey.
Okay, first of all, what's your definition of abuse? Like your own definition.
My definition of abuse is basically someone being taken advantage of.
Like your hands.
At least I'm not premature. But someone being taken advantage of aggressively and also not being able to do anything about it. It's probably completely off because I don't have a college degree.
What does a college degree gotta do with that? What does a college degree gotta do
I'm
with
not
that?
educated, I'm all talent.
You know what?
Just saying.
Okay, anyways.
I was gonna ask you what was your definition, but you read the thing. Cheater! But
No, I give them the actual definition every time. We always talk.
yeah, but we supposed to like both do it, and then you give the definition because I feel like you can put me on the spot, but you got to read the notes. That's rude.
Cause you the guest. I always put the guest on the spot. Just saying. Now my phone locked. I knock you out. You want to? Anyways, the definition of abuse is treat with cruelty or violence, especially regularly or repeatedly.
Chris Brown. Breezy.
So you mentioned Chris Brown and Rihanna.
Mm-hmm.
So the abuse can be domestic violence, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so we gonna just domestic violence it. Since you mentioned Chris Brown and Rihanna, why do you say Chris Brown and Rihanna? Because you keep on throwing their name out here. You name dropping, so I need to ask why you keep saying them. Sit back so you can be in frame.
Let's see. From the story I got from that whole thing.
By the way, y'all, this was 2005.
Basically, they were driving around. Rihanna was like, "Oh my God, Chris!"
They was listening. You got friends and you got friends.
Okay.
The way you drop down, make it whatever.
But she was just like, "Chris Brown, let me see your phone." He said no, and then she was like, "Let me see your wait, no. Let me see your phone, come on, bro." You know how Jamaicans be? They be just rapping stuff. Then like when they females get angry, they start sounding like man. She started hitting him, and he was like, "Come on, chill, man, chill." And she hitting them, and then Breezy was like, "Yeah." And then she finally got on the hill, because dudes do not like getting hit in their face. She caught him. He knocked her from wall to wall. Oh! And then he turned himself in as a good guy. She made an album off it, got a little bit bigger. Then he finally got out of jail, told the real story. And now look, they keep messing with each other on and off and blah, blah, blah. And he got a daughter, yeah. Cool. But basically...
Get to the point. You just get to the point. Why did you say Chris Brown?
Abuse can come from... It don't even have to be like an intentional thing.
Mm-hmm.
Even like going off of domestic abuse, like I believe like nothing is planned. When somebody's like, if someone stole your phone, no one just wake up and be like, "Oh, I'ma steal John's phone." No, it's all happened in the moment. Okay. And to be honest, the person could have never hit somebody dating life, and then one day do, not because they had attention or they have the feel to. It's just a moment. And to be honest, rage gets to everyone.
Everybody has that rage. So I don't care if a person say like, oh, they have never abused someone or never tried or anything. We about to break everything down. It is 3 main type of abuse, and then you add another. So the 3 main is physical, emotional, and Oh my God. Oh my God.
I guess you got a college degree.
I can't think.
Mommy, there's hope for me after all.
Mama probably like, wah, wah, wah.
That's why she don't have a degree.
Hello? But no, it's the 3 types all jokes aside, y'all, is physical, mental, and emotional. And then we're going to dab into verbal abuse. You ready?
I'm ready.
We're gonna use like real life experience, so it can feel. I like to talk to people if I'm giving you guys like real stuff. I like to base it off experience.
True.
So we're gonna start. Let's see.
Oh,
Which one?
By the way, guys, even though like our stories are like kind of like messed up, don't regret it though. Like we had a fun life. Like we had a fun childhood. Just crazy and domestic and emotional. Yeah, but we had fun though. Like we used to play hide and seek. You know a game I've never played a day in my life, and you'd be quite shy, and I don't know how to play it, and please do not make fun of me because I get very sensitive. I don't know how to play Goldfish, Uno, Monopoly, or any of that, and I don't care because you know what? That's for old people. Anybody who do not play that is old. You're showing your age. You're old. You're kind of old too.
Yeah. Hello, I'm about to kick you out.
Weren't you like 15 when I was like 3? Yeah. But anyway, just saying.
Okay, so which type of abuse you want to start off first? You can't. Verbal is last.
Verbal must be real.
Verbal is a story of our lives. But alright, for real.
I think I experienced all type of abuse. So let's go with mental, and I'm gonna talk from a man's standpoint, and what I guess I'll be one of the people to stand up and actually admit that men go through abuse too.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not just a goofball. I actually have a serious political side to me.
The crazy part is...
But while she's looking that up, guys, I did something very stupid, but something very awesome today. I got dressed, and I really did not need another suit jacket. But I was like, man, I got a lot of stuff going on. I need to look nice. So I go found me a new tailor. His name is Abdul something. Man, he tailored me up, and I literally paid. And I'm not kidding you. I can show y'all the receipt. Just DM me. $107.
Somebody to DM you.
I actually really don't. Like, I probably won't respond. I can tell you that. My DM's full. But no, I spent $107 on this suit jacket. At first, I thought I was self-walking out. Just like, oh, this $107. Then I finally sat down and was like, I'm dumb. I just paid $170 for a suit jacket. Not even a full tux, just a suit jacket. And I probably...
You just wanted to be casket sharp.
And I'm probably not going to wear this until like December again.
You look casket sharp.
It's okay though. It's okay.
Casket
You know what?
sharp.
I got like 3 numbers with this doll.
Anyway, that's not the point.
It is. It really is. I was born to spread myself to the world. I'm like the roots, and I go through the trees.
Anyways, move. Anyways, guys, so mental abuse is
She got
It's characterized by a person subjecting or exposing another person to behavior that may result in psychological trauma, including anxiety, chronic depression, or post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. I should have just...
Okay.
So, in that part, before we dive into mental abuse,
we should pray. I just came from church, guys. I ain't learned nothing.
Anyways, okay,
pray.
Before we dive into that, can we talk? We got, why you looking scared?
Okay, what are we talking about, Terry?
I'm about to pop you.
I thought you like you don't want them to hear us, so I was just...
Life don't work like that.
It kind of really do.
No, as in, can we talk, like, what do you think that definition means when it comes to mental abuse?
Okay. So
it looks like you like it.
I'm about to go Jake's on him. I say his name completely wrong, but it's okay. So basically, mental abuse to me is a little different than the regular. I look at mental abuse as basically your...
That abuse is what you got from football on that face.
Oh, yeah, you see this? Dude, I don't know. This is basically how it happened.
We gotta get into
It's
it.
really quick. It's really quick.
You
Someone was playing around too much. I didn't even have my uniform on and popped me and tackled me, and their whole helmet hit me in my face. You see this? It was bleeding at first. But anyway, mental abuse to me is basically someone putting your mind set and your train of thought and basically your whole stability of your mind in a cycle. Like, for example, your teachers, your boss, your own family, your own significant other can mentally abuse you without even knowing. I give you this choice. For many of you who don't know, I was engaged like a year ago. No, I'm not married, so women don't worry. I'm still available. Hit me up, yeah. I gave up college because basically my fiance,
At the time.
yeah, my ex-fiance, got me to believe that I wasn't smart enough for college. When actually, it's not that I wasn't smart enough in college, I was not completely interested in nothing in what I was taking up. But how she got me to think that is basically saying, like, little stuff like, oh, you failed your test, what did you expect? Stuff like that, like, but she didn't know what it was doing to me. And that's the reason why I say, like, mental abuse is one of the worst ones, because both parties don't know it's actually happening until they get too late. And then people are shooting up schools, they commit suicide, or taking their anger out on other people, like, especially with breakup. It destroys your mindset. And I'm not gonna lie, it me up because I'm fired. Again, but like with my ex-fiance, I'm not gonna lie, I'm still working through it. I had to go through a lot of anger management and therapy because one, when dating new people, at first I was bringing on my anger and my doubt in them from my ex-fiance onto them. Like, I was being very insecure. I was like, oh my God, they could be cheating. Little do you know, my ex cheated. That's how my engagement ended. She cheated. I found out. We already know. So, yeah.
That's it.
So,
can I do my definition?
Yeah.
So, me personally, mental abuse, I won't even say a definition, I'll just dive in. I had a mental abuse party, I'm going to say, when I was trying to get into school, back before the school, when it was like a crisis. And I was 18 years old, I graduated high school, wanted to go to college, and I was trying to get back and forth to get into school. As I told y'all before, I had a roadblock, parent was signing financial aid, and it came to a point where I was seeing all my friends and everybody going to college, and like I was literally the only friend not being able to go. In the process, being told like I would never be able to go to college. Like, I heard so many no's, y'all. Like, so many no's to the point where it was mentally breaking me down, because I'm like, dang, am I ever going to be able to be successful? Because actually, I always wanted to do media, in the media field, regardless, radio, TV, actress, whatever the case may be. I always wanted to be in the media. So when you get that point in at a standstill where you can't do anything about it, for one, every time you try to go around different situations, couldn't do nothing. And I wasn't emancipated, I wasn't homeless, so I couldn't. In this system, the financial aid system, they needed documents. So it's like, if I don't have those documents, I don't have no proof. So I couldn't lie and say I was emancipated. I couldn't lie and say I was homeless in a homeless shelter. I couldn't lie and say I was in the foster care system, because that was the other thing. I couldn't lie about that, and it was like, I just thought I would never be able to be successful. Like, it was so draining, and it was mentally breaking me down. Then when you hear other people speak on you and how they speak like, oh, you would never be able to win. Or I even was told that I used to be shy. So somebody told me that I would never make it in the entertainment business because I'm shy. I don't really talk to people. So I talk, but I might not talk to you. So that was like one of my mental experience that made me like, it turned into depression. But if you want to see the depression episode, you gotta go to season 1. Not sure what episode that is, but that's on season 1.
Actually, I'm gonna feed off of that. I went through kind of the same thing, and it was from one of my closest friends who didn't know one little joke that they said. And that's why I tell people, you really have to watch the jokes you say. Like, yeah, they know you're joking, but some stuff really sticks with you. I have a hidden talent that a lot of people don't know about. Like, it's not sports. Yes, I'm a beast in sport. Yes, I'm assuming in school for nursing right now. I can act really good. Also, I can write plays, movies, and I can do animation too. And I was gonna go after it, and I feel like today, like I watch a lot of motivating speakers like Steve Harvey and Brian West.
I love Steve Harvey. Like, I actually want to get him on the show.
Yeah, he was like saying that you're not gonna ever exceed, even if you reach that where you want to reach, you're not exceeding because you're not using your gift. I have a serious gift, but my friend said one thing, and I never went after this goal after that. Even though I wrote and did all that, and he said one little joke. It was like a little joke. He was like, come on, acting. Because like the type of acting I like to do, he was like, action movie heroes are always white. It was a joke until you start thinking about it and look at all the big action movie stars. They're all mostly white, or that they fair skin. But you really don't see many, I'm not gonna lie, really dark black people. It's mostly the fair skinned ones or the white ones. And after that, I just like shy away from it. But after today, seeing that Steve Harvey thing, I started thinking about like, man, technically, like I'm okay. I'm an open book. I really don't care what you think. So I don't mind telling my business. I'm really not happy with the job I have. It pays the bill, but I'm not really happy with it. And I'm not happy where I'm at in life right now, because I know I could be doing way more. Like, to be honest, I can own my own like movie or action thing right now. And I'm thinking about like probably doing it, switching my major, and actually going after acting for once, because it's a problem when your alarm clock goes off and you're not excited to wake up. So if your alarm clock goes off at 6 in the morning and you slouching and you're not happy, and when you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. But most people look at, I need to do what I know make me stable, than taking that risk. Because to be honest, you don't know. God might be like, you think you was made to be a doctor, no. But you will go down that route because it's more stable, but no. You was actually meant to be the president. Like, it's stuff like that. And like, to be honest,
learning what your gift is, basically.
And like, I was doing acting, I was doing all that, and it was really going well, but I got scared. And I feel like now, like, God has let me see the aftermath of me just going after settling, being comfortable. You gotta be uncomfortable to reach high levels.
That's true. That's uncomfortability. Like, if I am comfortable, that means I'm not where I'm supposed to be.
True.
If I'm comfortable. So we're gonna dive into physical abuse. Physical abuse, we're gonna take that as like domestic. What would you take physical abuse as?
Basically, it is intimidating somebody physically. And I'm gonna talk from a point of view that a lot of people don't talk about. And it's dudes actually do get physically abused.
They do! Like, I gotta say the story. So, one of my friends, I'm not gonna say no names, So, a long time ago, around like after high schoolish, they was dating some dude. And they will always yell and put their hands on this dude. And I used to be so confused at the dude. Like, why you allowing this girl to hit you? I know you ain't supposed to hit women. But dang, it's not okay for her to be beating you either. So it's not okay. Like, I'm going to have to say this right now. It's not okay for you to hit your partner, male or female. That's not love. But let's go.
Yeah, like, I went through physical abuse. It was like, okay, so, not my fiance. It was my ex. We would get in arguments.
The one I fought?
No, we would get in arguments, and she would hit me all the time. And even if, like, we're not arguing, like, me and my ex had a lot of experience with it. She would say during arguments or whatever, she would hit me a lot. Now, if you know me personally, you know I have strong morals to being a gentleman. I will not hit a woman, will not call a woman out her name. I wasn't raised like that. So, her knowing that and still trying to
provoke the situation,
get me there is a thing of physical abuse, because she knows basically the whole point of physical abuse is actually physically trapping somebody because they can't go past that point, basically. So like a dude physically abusing a girl is because he has the advantage over her.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with a woman physically abusing a man because she has the advantage. And I really hate, it's not even, it's society's fault, to be honest, if you look at it, because when it comes to physical abuse or any abuse,
we can't talk about it.
There's laws to protect animal abuse. There's laws to protect kid abuse. There's laws to protect women abuse. There's not one law to protect a man in abuse. So, that's also contributing why dudes don't talk about it. And it just happened. Because even if you do say something, there's still nothing to do about it.
True. That's absolutely true. This is physical, right?
Yep.
Didn't you say you had a scar thing on your leg or something?
Oh yeah, my ex stabbed me.
Wait, did you talk about that in the mental or?
It was physical. I don't know if y'all can see it, but yeah, she stabbed me really bad. Even like chipped some of my bone.
We're gonna get some insight so we can see this. Boy, your leg is black.
But yeah, so even through the midst of that,
Listen, you wanna get a shoe cam? Come on, put your feet next to mine.
even in the midst of that, Nike, just like you said. There you go.
We're gonna add shoe cam to the bottom of the line.
Even in the midst of that, I didn't throw her under the bus to the cops. Also still didn't hit her. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it's going to ever take for me to even attempt to hit someone. I don't know. Probably get shot and still won't hit a woman. Who knows? But if it's like an alien invasion and the alien is a girl and I'm hanging off the cliff, best believe I'm going to be on at the end of the story, I'll be at the top of the cliff and the alien's going to be at the bottom. Still not a woman beater. I'm an alien beater. There's a difference.
My physical abuse experience, you never knew?
Yeah, I'm kidding.
Shut up. Anyway, so it was a relationship I was in a long time ago. Not even that long ago, probably. Nobody's business. So, you know, like, okay, so physical abuse, we were arguing. And I'm one of those people, you gotta be straightforward, whatever the case may be. And if you tell me you want to have a conversation or talk or whatever the case may be, and then you get mad at me because I'm getting ready for work or whatever the case may be, you pissed. Let's have a conversation. And I get irritated. I got little people syndrome. And I talk. Y'all hear how I sound, right? I sound like somebody toddler. So, since I sound like somebody toddler, I have little people syndrome and I yell sometimes. Probably not sometimes. A lot of times. A lot of times when I'm mad. How you know? Anyways, I yell. And we was having this, I was yelling. He walked up on me like you ain't gonna keep yelling at me and headbutting me. That's physical abuse. Anytime once the talking turns into you physically headbutting, touching, like, it can, how can I put this? It's steps. Let me throw it like that. It's steps. So once you do the headbutting, then it can get worse. It can get worse. It can get worse to the point where a person can actually kill you. So always do not hit women. Women do not hit men.
Sure.
Domestic violence is not cool on any level. So please do not hit your partner. I'm going to say this with knowledge and wisdom. When you hit your partner, it is not love. Men or women should not beat their partner. Whether you gay, straight, transgender, whatever, you are not supposed to hit your partner. Your partner is supposed to be who?
I think you should. I think that's too vague.
It's too vague?
Because for our
You're not supposed
PG-13 viewers, really don't like y'all because y'all kind of stopped me from getting me. But
no,
by you saying that, it's also you can put it as you can have a kid thinking their parents don't love them because they're beat up.
No.
That's a little vague.
No. Your parents still love you. You're getting a whipping out on 10. Your parents love you. They're just trying to beat the badness out of you.
That's not.
Alright, no. Alright, dude. So what else would you say? Like what advice would you give them if they are in a physical abuse type of situation, whether it's their friend, family member, or a partner?
I don't know why my first reaction about to be like fighting back.
Yeah.
But no. Basically,
I have a lot of adults on this channel too, so it's like I'm very vague. I just don't curse. That's it. But
wait till y'all come to my channel. Y'all can be who you are. Yeah, we're not PG-13. But
I think they can hear it.
it's okay.
Okay, go ahead.
My advice to you is this. Get out the situation. Don't.
Before it get worse.
You can love someone, and you also can love someone from a distance. I just got out of a really confusing, I wouldn't even call it a relationship, but experience with someone. And I'm not gonna lie, I was holding on to it because of one thing. It wasn't even for the love of the person. Like I will always love the person. But in love and love a person, in love is two different things. And I think people forget that. And I think that's also why a lot of relationships fail, because I can love you easily.
Mm-hmm.
But being in love is different.
Mm-hmm.
So my advice to you is basically, do not make decisions with your heart. Make it with your brain. Because that's the only thing that's thinking clearly. Because you know that this is a messed up situation. You know what you got to do, but you're ignoring your mind because of the feelings of your heart. And I'm not saying hate your heart, but your heart is not capable of leading a decision, because your heart go after two things: hatred or love. You don't want to go with hatred because you'll do something you regret. You don't want to go off love because you'll do something you want to regret. You go off your mind because you go off of common sense. You go off of critical thinking.
Another little thing I want to touch on when it comes to physical abuse. Everybody, whether you the abusee, is it the abusee or abuser?
Abuser and abused.
Whether you have been abused or, I can't even talk.
Whether you've been abused or you're the one who are abusing,
it is not okay. I want you guys to know it's not okay. Even when you see your parent go through something like that. I got a story. So, should I say this story?
it's your channel.
It's about mom.
It's up to you. I told you I'm open, but
Okay, so, alright.
But probably not, because you also should probably get the consent first. Yeah.
For her?
Yeah.
Anyways.
No, I'm just serious, yeah.
For her?
Yeah.
What's she gonna do? Sue me? I'm just saying. What's she gonna do? Sue me?
But it's like giving up somebody privacy. Yeah, it really is.
It really is. I'm sorry, I can't tell that story. So we gonna go, we did physical, we did mental, we talked about abuse. Now we need to talk about physical, mental. Verbal is last. What was the other one?
That was it. It was only 4.
It was physical, mental.
Emotional.
Emotional. So, emotional abuse. That is when your emotions and everything. I'm an overthinker. So you tell me something, I'm going to think. It's going to replay. It's going to replay 100,000 times. And sometimes when you let things that people say 100,000 times, like I had a specific person, I'm not going to say any names, they had told me around the time of the situation where I couldn't get in school and stuff, that I would not ever make it in life. Like, I would never be where I am in life. Even was heard that one of my siblings was doing better than me in life. Because they got their dream life, you know? Everybody know I want kids, I want a family, I want this, that, and the third, you know? By me not having that, I always gotta hear how low I am because I don't have kids. First of all, I'm 25 and I don't have kids.
I don't have kids either, guys.
He doesn't either. But 25, no kids, and a lot of, like, somebody, like, recently asked me what's wrong with me. Like, dang near everybody in the world got kids, and I'm 25 and I don't got no kids. And this something like mental too, because it can actually mess you up and make you think something is wrong with you. I even had emotions, like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, like, I literally cried because I was like, okay, like, can my body produce kids? Like, it really can mess you up, mental and emotional. So mental and emotional,
I just want to touch on that. It's
emotional can tie. It can tie in. And one thing about me, everybody know I always wanted kids, want kids, whatever the case may be. And it scares me to be, because like, I work at a hospital. So I see like when women can't have kids, when women lose their kids, when pregnancy don't go right, like, and it makes me think like, would I have that problem? Would I be able to produce? Because I mean, I've never been pregnant. So it's like, there's something wrong with my body, but you know.
I'll let you like to touch up on this whole pregnancy. Like, okay, so from a man and the female side, because I hear it a lot. I also used to work in the hospital and I'm studying it. Also, I kind of experienced some of it. So, one, even if you cannot have kids, it's not the end of the world because you can always have kids. There's always adoption. There's always surrogacy.
Surrogacy. I mean, yeah, it is surrogacy.
And I really hate this one thing that people do. Oh, there's a difference if it's mine or if it's not. Like if it's my blood DNA or if it's not my blood DNA.
I got a question for you guys. Comment below. When it comes to abuse, who do you guys think more emotional? The female or the male? What you think?
That's literally incorrect.
What?
That's so incorrect. The more dudes, some dudes are sensitive, some is not. Some girls are sensitive, some is not.
Okay. But emotional abuse, if you're going through something that's emotional and the mental all ties together. Because those are like the same thing that go neck to neck.
Guys, if she so-called claimed that she's bipolar, she's not bipolar.
Yikes.
She just need mental help. Run. No, so serious, run. Because you gotta really think of this. To be declared as bipolar, you have to be diagnosed. For someone to want to be diagnosed with a mental illness, something happened mentally wrong. You don't
because
hear,
they don't be taking drugs for it either.
You don't hear some like, actually, real bipolar patients take drugs.
No, I'm saying people that just say it.
And a lot of people.
That's like saying you allergic to something, but you don't have an EpiPen.
And, you know, I'm gonna let you something. I have EpiPen.
But I'm saying never had the EpiPen.
Yeah. Oh, guys, I'm allergic to peanuts. Oh my God, it killed me, man.
I'm allergic
almost
to
died.
fish and seafood, so.
Basically, like, bipolar people, like, it's not just the mood swings, but there's also depression. It's also very violent actions come from out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
For somebody to want that, you gotta really think of where their mind is at. Like, you don't hear an old person say, like, oh,
I want dementia.
yeah, stuff like that. It's like, not really. And then when that stuff actually happened, because you actually know how, you actually wonder how people get bipolar, because you're not born with being bipolar. No one is born with it. Something happened, triggered in your life, and then it becomes it, and then that's how you get diagnosed with it. Or you get hit in your head.
Mm-hmm.
And on if you know how your brain works, your left side is your smart side, is where all your knowledge is at. And on the other side is like all your mobile side. And your right side get injured. That's where most bipolar people have their issues, because there's like a glitch. And that's why their mood swings happen. And most time it's not a good mood swing.
Okay.
But you got some that actually have the best mood swings, because they go from like okay to like very excited.
Understandable. So that's the pinpoint. What advice would you give someone that's dealing with emotional abuse?
Listen to the album of Drake. Get together. Drake, The Weeknd, and Post Malone.
You really gonna have these people crying.
But no, to be honest, like, I ain't gonna lie, I guess you could say I have some emotional, because I could go from like really happy to really sad to really angry. Not angry as much no more, but like sad. Because with me, like she said, she overthinks. I do something I deep think. And I can like really, like, when I deep think, it could go good, it could go bad. Like, earlier, I was thinking, what was I thinking? I was literally thinking about, like, today Dwayne Wade got his jersey retired. So I was just, like, thinking, like, about his jersey retirement. And as I kept picking at it, it reminded me of my sports ending career. And then I got sad. And then I got deeper and deeper, because I'm a really deep thinker. And somehow I got all the way away from that. And I got to, like, a point of, like, dude, I got fired from my job last year. Like, I really dig really deep. And it kind of messed me up sometimes. Because I could guess you could say I have some emotional distress. And the reason why I also have emotional distress, and this is like for people, not like a specific male or female. Mm-hmm. I went mostly my whole life holding everything in. And it messed me up. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And luckily I played sports, because that's how I got mine now, or playing a game. I was able to attain it, but I don't really play a game because I'm really never at home. Too busy for it, to be honest, and I kind of lost my love for it.
I want to piggyback on that one.
In sports, I'm not gonna lie, my sports days are kind of getting over me because of medical issues and stuff, but I can get angry. That's why I try not to get an argument with people, because when I get angry, like, stuff from 8 years ago can come out. And you would know it, because I have two different types of angry. Me just being angry, and then me tearing up and angry. When I'm tearing up and angry, it's serious. So yeah.
I'm going to piggyback on the part that you said, what did you say?
Hold it in.
Hold it in. Like, I'm one of those people who, like, my emotions, I hold it in. Like, nobody would really know unless I really, 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 really trust you. I don't know, like, I used to get in, I don't know if you know that, but I used to get in trouble for saying how I felt.
Everybody gets in trouble.
I was in trouble to say how I felt. Like, it was so wrong to voice your opinion. That's why when I have kids, they want to know, like, it's okay to express yourself. Like.
Oh, that's also what we were talking about. Pregnancy. Owls talk, yeah. You go back to it, though. That'd be like how we end it. We're going.
Anyway.
And I'm gonna piggyback off of this. I'm gonna give him.
Anyway, so he just always cuts me off. Why? But normally couldn't really express how you feel, and how you feel is how you feel. Regardless, like my kids, we're gonna have like those house meetings. those house meetings. You're gonna express yourself. Like, we're gonna talk. That's how people become shut off. That's how people, how can I put this, want to commit suicide because they don't know how to express themselves thoroughly. There are ways to express yourself to the point where you can break everything down, get the mental health or the mentality from whatever is making you feel away. Sometimes people use that to build their anger when a lot of times you don't have to build your anger when it comes to those things. And always, guys, I want to say this, always, when it comes to your mental health, mental, physical, and emotional health, when it comes to those three things, you have to make sure, when it comes to your emotions, you do not speak out of emotions.
And also,
or let your emotions get the best.
Understand this too. Mental and emotional abuse are the same. Not the same, but they come from the same category. It starts mentally, and then it becomes an emotional thing. Mm-hmm. My thing is this. I ain't gonna lie, like, I told y'all I'm an open book. You can ask me anything. You want to DM me, I told you my Instagram is dre.kingman. I can verify all of it. I've been diagnosed with a few things. First of all, y'all probably don't know, I have kidney disease. Second,
he had it when he was a baby.
I have been diagnosed with depression, like very severe depression. And I can deal with it more because I know I have it. And that's why I tell people, like, how I found out I was literally have a...
You should come to, I might do depression part 2. Okay. So you can't really dive in.
Okay, but like how I found out I had depression is going to a mental health fair. You should really just get checkups, man. Like, also, just like how they recommend you should get checkups for like sexual diseases, what you should do, because they're even starting to get to a point where you can get like a sexually transmitted disease without having sex with somebody. Like, so serious. I found that out, and it's really crazy. Like, someone who have it could be in the same spot you was at, and no one knew like they was bleeding or anything like that, and it's like
blood-borne pathogens.
And you can get that. But
HIV, you guys, I need you guys to be safe. When it comes to, I know a lot of you guys like tattoos, and make sure the person that is doing your tattoos is changing their needles. I know this is probably a tangent, but make sure they changing their needles, because blood-borne pathogens, I learned that because I go to work. I work in a hospital. He worked in a hospital. He started studying to be a nurse. HIV travels, it's just not sexually. HIV travels through blood too.
And now to get back on track, emotional abuse, it's not really hard to detect it. And also I say for people, like, if you're a bystander, don't just be a bystander, man. You see it.
Say something. Say it ain't right. Tell people.
And most people don't know that they emotionally abusing someone because everyone like to keep in their emotions. I'm not gonna lie, I'm one of those people. Like, I'm not a person who really say no to anything. That's why I do too much in my life right now. My life is really out of control. I also I feel hurt a lot. Like, people can like do some shady stuff to me. I'm always there with open arms.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I don't do the open arm no more.
I am considering, can you believe it, talking to someone. I haven't said it yet, but this person hurt me 2 days ago. I haven't said nothing because I'm that type of person, like, I'm not going to tell you all what happened. If you want to know that, you can just DM me. I'm not going through all that because that's not what this show is about. But I'm that type of person, oh yeah, that hurt me, I'm mad. They come back and like, I'm not even just talking about girlfriend, be friends, whatever. You come back and like be like, I need this or that. I'm just there. And I'm the type of person, I just put all the feelings aside. And it's starting to mess me up. I'm not gonna lie. It mess you up. You should not. You should express how you feel. Like, pull them to the side and be like.
And don't be do it rude.
Yeah,
just do it.
I didn't like what I tell people, like, I like this about my ex. One thing I did like about 99 Problems. She had one good thing about her. She used to pull me aside. Like, so we had a code word. It was orange. Don't know why. I don't really like the.
Like the bill?
I don't really like the color orange, and I work at a place that literally called Orange Theory. But she used to say orange because I joke a lot. Like, I'm a really goofy person. I'm a butthole of a gentleman. So sometimes I can just say jokes and not think about it because I could think of a comeback to anything. Mm-hmm. But she say orange to let me know, oh, you're going too far now. Just stop. Or I'm hurt her. She'll pull me to the side. She'll pull me to the side or whatever.
Okay, so we gotta go to a topic. Verbal is what I want to add next. Verbal abuse. Reason why I wanted to add verbal abuse is because everybody does it. When I say everybody do verbal abuse, everybody does it. A lot of people don't watch what they say out their mouth. A lot of people just speak without thinking. A lot of people I'm not going to say don't care about people's feelings, but they just do it without knowing that they're doing it. So verbal abuse is you doing it without knowing you're doing it. And sometimes people be knowing what they're doing. So, let's see. I'm going to be honest. Verbal abuse. Growing up, the biggest verbal abuse is, I'm not even going to put names, but when someone's drunk, verbal abuse. When someone is drunk and then they lash out at you, they bring it up when you was dag near 2 or 3. They bringing up things where it's like, okay, what do this old stuff got to do with what you talking about? And they say the hurtfulest things. I'm not going to go down and deep what it was, but they say the hurtfulest things knowing they shouldn't be saying it. Or, better example, you have a friend. You have a best friend or a friend, whatever the friend is. Y'all cool, y'all been friends, or even a relationship. And your partner or your friend knew something about you that happened a long time ago or going on in your life current. And then in the argument, they bring it up. That is verbal abuse. Because you know what your friend or your partner going through. You should not be bringing up their issue of whatever the case of that problem is. It should be the problem at hand. And that's my issue I have with people. If you argue with me, please don't bring up old stuff. Please don't bring up stuff that I told you. Let's talk about why we get into an argument. Let's talk about the problem at hand to find a solution. And if we can't find a solution, deuces. What you think about verbal?
I'm going to show you 3 different standpoints. One is relationships. And I will fall victim to this because I was the verbal abuser. I admit it, I was the verbal abuser. And it took me a while, and I'm not going to say like, oh, that's the old me, I changed completely. Like, I'm still working. Everything that I've done, I'm still working. And trust me, I was way worse than I am now, trust me. But I used to get in arguments with my fiance. And one big thing that I deal with that drives my depression, my sadness. And like, I kind of grew up very isolated from everyone. And as I got older, loneliness became a problem to me. And I saw really yearning, like I saw her wanting, desiring to have the whole big family feel. Yeah. So, y'all about to really get to know me. Look, one, I told y'all I was diagnosed with depression. I diagnosed with a kidney disease. Went through the whole loneliness and stuff, still deal with it. I also can't have kids.
I mean, you never know though, life.
I don't have a problem with it. And that's another thing we forgot to touch. We was touching on at a point.
We were talking about pregnancy.
This is what I'm going to say about it. This is what I'm saying. To women and males, if you can't have kids, it's not the end of the world. You can still have a kid. And I'll say that because, yes, I can have a kid of my own. I've been in 2 relationships where I was blessed with 2 different sons. And I love them dearly, even though I'm not with the 2 people. Blood do not make family. I know a lot of people don't like hearing that. A lot of people don't believe that. Blood do not make family at all.
And family don't make blood. Yep.
And I also feel like, so I'm just gonna go back on topic. When my verbal abuse used to be, like, I used to really want people to feel sorry for me. Now
Why?
Now I'm at a point where I'm not gonna say I don't care what people think, because everyone cares what someone thinks.
Regardless if you feel like you don't care, you care.
I am known, and it do mess me up, and I have this reputation that I am known as the most heartless person. I can I can stand alone and be okay because I'm strong-willed. I am a strong-minded person, yes, but people sometimes forget that I have feelings too.
Yep.
And people forget I go through things. Like I told you earlier, depression at work, like, people forget sometimes that, yeah, like, I'm a person, I can smile through anything. But just because I can smile and be happy and feel cheerful, don't underestimate what I've been through or what I'm going through and think my life is just super great. One thing that, like, I have plenty of people who DM me asking one simple question. How can I get a life like yours? One, don't ever wish you had somebody else's life. Enjoy the life you have. Improve the life you have. Second, don't wish for something you don't know anything about. Third, because I have fell victim to it too.
I think everybody has.
Stop portraying a life you don't live.
There's a lot of people.
Like, it's okay to show, like, the good moments, you dress good, cool. But also show that you're still human. And I feel like we also, like, when people get to a certain level, we think, like, oh, they don't have cares no more. Like, we even think that about celebrities. Like, we dog celebrities, we make jokes about mistakes they make it. Right now, D-Way, everyone is making 2 jokes about him. Rather him giving somebody a 9 out of a 10, or him support his daughter now.
Zaya.
Y'all didn't stop making fun until he actually made a live and started talking about it and actually started crying. They have feelings too. Stuff that we say hurt them because you know why? Just how you're passionate about
verbal.
They're passionate about what they're doing. And so, like, when y'all keep talking about, like, if you might not like somebody's music, but y'all saying their music sucks, that hurt them. Same with you. Like, if I say, oh my God, what you wearing is ugly, it hurts. If I say your child is dumb, it hurts. So when y'all talk, in fact that y'all talking about a 12-year-old kid, y'all need to stop. Like, we all fall victim to it. I'm not, like, and we all have been victimized by it.
I want to piggyback on this one. We're going to piggyback on this because a lot of people don't understand verbal abuse. Everybody sit behind their phone screens, their computer screens, and be on social media and attack a lot of people, whether they're regular people or celebrities. We have to stop attacking people because they're not making the same decision as you. That is still a form of verbal abuse. I need everybody to get that. That is a form of verbal abuse because they're not making the same decision as you. So everybody's not alike. God made us different for a reason. If we were all the same in this room right now and we all was the same, it would not be no type of differentiality. I feel like I'm saying it right.
Yeah, I want to add something to that.
Differentiality to the situation. So, you have to, I fall victim to it too. We all fall victim to it. But we gotta really understand as a human race, we can't keep talking about verbal abuse or finding yourself victimized to the situation. You can't be a victim if you still gonna be the attacker. If you understand that you an attacker, you can't constantly fall victim to that situation no more.
Also, I want to shed light on something that a lot of people don't know, don't think about, and probably won't believe. You know the people who think that they're, actually not even think, that they are where they want to be. Basically, which society have declared as having a house, study, family, study, job, study, car, financially good. You do know, actually.
A lot of these people are unhappy.
And also, if you are really like comfortable with your living, you know you're at the worst stage of your life. Like, so serious. You know why I say that? 2 years ago, I had a house. Technically had 2 cars. I was engaged. About to have a son because we was adopting her cousin. And everything was good. Good job. Like, it was cool. You know I was in the worst stage of my life. You know why I say that? 1, because I was comfortable. Comfortable is bad. You never want to be comfortable.
Being comfortable in life. Oh my goodness.
You want to know why you don't want to be comfortable? Because when you're comfortable, your guard is down.
Yep.
Your ambition to do anything is down.
Yep.
So when one thing happens, everything fall apart.
And you can't grasp it.
And like, you also, when you feel comfortable, you reach your level, you reach your ceiling. Like, you reach your level, you get so comfortable that you don't want to go farther. I was okay with my life. And then it all fell apart. Right now, I am not what they would call financially. I mean, like, I would not say good. I am so uncomfortable, but I'm in the best part of my life. Because basically, you gotta look at this. When you hit rock bottom,
where do we go after that?
There's only one way to go.
If you don't go up, you just keep hitting rock bottom until you're able to pull yourself up. So when do you pull yourself up? One thing, let me touch on another thing when it comes to verbal abuse. I see this a lot. Actually, I'm going to say this right now. I be on social media a lot. I don't really post as much as I used to. Because now I pay attention. I pay attention to different people's pages. You wouldn't even think who pages I pay attention to. I pay attention because we sit back and like nowadays, we got the Me Too movement. We got a lot of things that's going on when it comes to abuse and stuff. And we can't constantly fall victim to something that we caused. Or, I'm not even going to say we caused. I'm going to say that we portray in. Say if somebody's picking on someone on social media. How many people going to be in that comments talking crap? How many people going to be in that comments saying all types of crazy things? And out that bunch, it's probably going to be 1 or 2 people out that bunch of 1 million comments that's going to tell people to stop attacking this person. This person got feelings. You got to think about it. You got to be human. I mean, we all fall victim, but you have to put yourself in other people's shoes and really take it in. Would you want somebody to treat you the way you treat somebody else? I see this a lot on social media. It's sad. It's okay to joke with people. That's cool. I'm not talking about when you're making jokes. I'm talking about when stuff is in serious dealings. When people are going through depression. When people are going through their mental health stages. When people are going through abuse, whether it's domestic, mental, physical, emotional abuse. Why don't we talk to these people? Why don't we find these people help? Why do we always, when I say always, why do we always gotta talk bad about them? Whether we whisper into our friends saying like, hey, you heard about Keisha over there? she having a mental breakdown on social media, you know. Like, no, lift that person up. Honestly, a lot of people just be wanting to be lifted up. And it ain't even about people wanting them to feel sorry for them and have sympathy. A lot of people don't know how to express themselves or talk.